In this video, we will uncover the truth behind the most adorable yet terrifying villain of Toy Story 3. Don't be fooled by Lotso's cuteness and strawberry scent. Beneath this charming exterior lies a story of betrayal and tyranny that turned a simple daycare for toys into a real prison. Get ready to learn about Lotso's journey, from a beloved toy to a feared tyrant. We will explore how his pain and betrayal led him to create a kingdom of fear and manipulation, and why he is considered one of the most complex and memorable villains in the Pixar universe. Stay with us to discover the real story of Lotso and understand what truly happens when a toy is left behind. At the heart of Toy Story 3, we find Lotso, a pink teddy bear who exudes an aura of tenderness with his constant strawberry scent. Originally the favorite toy of a girl named Daisy, Lotso represented everything a toy could wish for, being loved and cherished by their child. His early experiences were filled with affection and adventures, sharing precious moments that should have lasted a lifetime. However, Lotso's fate took a dramatic and defining turn. During an outing, he and some other toys were accidentally left behind in a picnic park. After a difficult journey back home, he discovered a devastating reality. Daisy had replaced him with another identical teddy bear. This moment not only broke his plush heart, but also shattered his faith in the unconditional love that toys expect from their children. Rejection transformed Lotso. Instead of a heart full of love, he began to carry a weight of bitterness and disillusionment. Arriving at Sunnyside daycare, he saw an opportunity to rewrite the rules so that no other toy would have to experience the pain of betrayal he had endured. Behind the effabjade of a toy paradise, Lotso instituted a regime where he could control everything and everyone, ensuring that the disappointment he suffered would become the disappointment of all. Lotso's transformation from a beloved teddy bear to a calculating villain began with an incident that would be devastating for any toy. After being accidentally left behind by Daisy in a picnic park, along with a few other toys, Lotso faced a journey home that tested his physical and emotional limits. This experience alone was traumatic, but it was what he discovered upon his return that truly triggered his metamorphosis into a tyrant. Arriving home, Lotso saw that Daisy had replaced him with a new teddy bear. The pain of this replacement went beyond mere loss. It was a fundamental betrayal that shook his understanding of the love and loyalty he believed were inherent in the relationship between child and toy. Feeling discarded and betrayed, Lotso was consumed by bitterness, which began to distort his view of the world around him. With his heart now hardened and cynical, Lotso found in Sunnyside daycare a new stage to exert control, where he could protect himself and other toys from the pain he had suffered. However, his initially protective intentions quickly became manipulative. Lotso took command of the daycare, establishing an oppressive regime under the guise of a safe haven, convincing the toys that none of them were truly loved by the children, only used and eventually replaced, just as he was. This new role that Lotso adopted was marked by authoritarian and manipulative leadership. He exploited the hopes and fears of the toys, both new and old, ensuring their loyalty through fear and division. Under his command, Sunnyside was no longer a place of joy and care, but a prison where the toys lived under constant surveillance and control, all following the orders of a teddy bear that was once full of love. When Lotso arrived at Sunnyside daycare, he found an environment open to being shaped by his leadership. Initially received as just another toy, Lotso quickly realized that Sunnyside could be the ideal stage to implement his ideas about control and protection. With his charisma and ability to manipulate, it didn't take long for him to gain the trust of the other toys and eventually position himself as the undisputed leader of the daycare. Lotso established a hierarchical system at the daycare where veteran toys received preferential treatment and were spared the chaos of the more turbulent rooms, while the newcomers faced brutal treatment at the hands of younger children. This system not only isolated the toys, but created a clear division between them, preventing them from uniting against him. Lotso knew that by keeping the veterans satisfied, he could rely on them to help control the newcomers. To maintain his power, Lotso also employed a mix of charm and terror. He presented himself as a savior to the newcomers, promising them that adaptation was the key to a comfortable life at Sunnyside. However, those who questioned his rules or tried to challenge his authority faced severe punishments. Lotso did not hesitate to use intimidation tactics and even solitary confinement as ways to maintain order and respect for his authority. These actions not only solidified Lotso's position of power, but also instilled a deep fear and dependence in all the toys at Sunnyside. He exploited their vulnerabilities, manipulating them into believing that outside the daycare's walls, there was no hope or true love waiting for them. In this way, Lotso transformed Sunnyside from a refuge for toys into a prison under his tyranny, where everyone was controlled by his rules and no toy felt truly safe or valued. In the rich tapestry of antagonists presented in the Toy Story films, Lotso stands out not only for his actions, but also for the depth of his story and motivations. Compared to other villains like Sid and Al, Lotso represents a significant evolution in the complexity of the series. Antagonists. Sid, the boy from the first movie, tormented toys more out of ignorance and misdirected curiosity than actual malice. He took toys apart and rebuilt them without knowing they were sentient beings, acting more like a juvenile mad scientist than a traditional villain. Al, from the second movie, is driven by pure greed and a selfish desire to get rich at the expense of Woody and his friends' happiness. Although his actions were ethically questionable, Al lacked the same emotional depth or tragic backstory that motivated his choices. He was simply a passionate collector, a bit desperate to complete his collection for sale. His villainy was practical and aimed at a financial goal, without an emotional layer connecting him personally to the toys he manipulated. Lotso, on the other hand, is a villain born from deep and painful personal betrayal. The complexity of his transformation from a beloved toy to a controlling tyrant reflects a darker and more relatable psychology. He manipulates and controls not just for his own benefit, but as a distorted means of protecting other toys from the pain he experienced. This aspect of his villainy is unique because, on some twisted level, he believes his actions are justified to prevent abandonment and betrayal. Unlike Sid and Al, Lotso uses emotional and manipulative intelligence to consolidate his power, influencing the lives of the toys at Sunnyside in a more systematic and profound way. He not only imposes order, but creates a culture of fear and despair, where the toys are led to believe they have no other choice but to submit to him. This subtle but powerful manipulation demonstrates a deep understanding of social and emotional dynamics, making him a more complex and feared villain. Lotso's trajectory in Toy Story 3 and his method of control invite us to reflect on the nature of evil and how life experiences can distort an individual's perception and behavior. Compared to Sid and Al, Lotso not only offers a richer character study, but also serves as a grim reminder that the greatest evils often arise from deep, unhealed wounds, something the previous villains of the series did not explore so deeply. Lotso's downfall is both literal and figurative, marked by climactic events at the end of Toy Story 3 that reveal the depth of his betrayal and the cost of his choices. After a period of tyranny at Sunnyside Daycare, the toys, led by Woody, finally rebel against Lotso. The tension culminates in a thrilling sequence at a recycling plant, where Lotso faces not only the other toys, but also the consequences of his own manipulative actions. At the height of the tension, Lotso is presented with a chance for redemption. When all the toys, including him, are about to be shredded, Woody and Buzz lead a desperate effort to save everyone. Lotso is helped to reach the emergency stop button, an opportunity to make amends and save all the toys from a tragic fate. However, after being rescued, he chooses to abandon the group, refusing to press the button, an act that cements his legacy as an irredeemable villain. This decision not only solidifies Lotso's downfall, but also highlights the complexity of his character. He is unable to overcome his bitterness and resentment, even in the face of his own destruction and that of others. His final choice not to act reveals a tragic depth. He remains true to his distorted convictions until the end, preferring to see everyone perish rather than admit he was wrong and accept help. Lotso's ultimate fate is a powerful representation of poetic justice. After being left behind by the toys he betrayed, Lotso is found by a garbage man and strapped to the grill of a trash truck, condemned to face the world as a lost and forgotten toy. This scene serves not only as a fitting punishment for his crimes, but also as a commentary on the inevitability of the consequences of our actions, highlighting that, even in the world of toys, justice can be relentless. Lotso's story in Toy Story 3 leaves a lasting legacy that goes beyond his presence as a villain. He serves as a dark mirror for the toys and the audience, reflecting the consequences of betrayal and loss and how these experiences can profoundly transform an individual. Lotso's trajectory is a powerful reminder that without forgiveness and acceptance, pain can lead to a spiral of bitterness and resentment, impacting not only one's own life, but also those around them. Furthermore, Lotso's end offers a reflection on themes of justice and redemption within the Toy Story narrative. His story challenges viewers to ponder the nature of evil and the opportunities for change, highlighting the complexity of personal choices and their repercussions. Through Lotso, Toy Story 3 explores not only a villain's ability to influence the story, but also the capacity of each character to choose their path, whether it be one of redemption or ruin. We have reached the end of our journey exploring the complex story of Lotso, the teddy bear, who taught us that even the sweetest hearts can be darkened by pain and betrayal. I hope this video has offered you a new perspective on one of the most memorable characters in Toy Story 3 and enriched your experience with the series. If you enjoyed diving into Lotso's story with me, show your support for the channel by leaving a like. It really helps more people discover our videos and grow our community. And of course, don't forget to comment below. Would you forgive Lotso if you were in the toys place? Your opinion is very important to us, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We have many more fascinating analyses and stories coming up, and you won't want to miss out. See you next time, and thanks for watching.